So we are all into the Lenten season. Okay, I hope you all are all happy or sad. All happy that we are in the Lenten season? Do you all feel? Or you all are a little bit sad? So the church will at this time tell us to fast. The first reading, as he has read nicely, is telling us, come on, fast. Okay, what are the other things the church tells us during this time? It tells us to pray. Okay, and it tells us to give almsgiving. Okay, these are the three means that the church will tell us. Okay, even during the year, we have a lot of people who do fasting just to be in shape, be healthy. There's intermediate fasting. So for 16 hours they will fast, 8 hours they will eat. Some of them, like for 5 days, they will keep a proper diet. Then 2 days they will, like, it's a break. You can enjoy yourself. Okay, like we have. Some of them, they go on a fruit diet. I'm sure some of you all must have also tried, or vegetable. Some of them, they may avoid red meat. Okay, we also have people like this. Okay, some of them would say let's have only water, some juices. Okay, this is also one fasting which a lot of people do. How is this fasting different from the Lenten season fasting? Okay, there is this fasting, there is almsgiving. Okay, we have almsgiving. Like we have people, like sometimes women groups are there and they will support a cause. Okay, sometimes we have other groups who are there and they start supporting a cause. And this is their another almsgiving. Okay, how is this fasting different from this? We have the same gospel in the ordinary time. Okay, and in the Lenten time, again we have the same gospel. They're different, okay? But the context is very different. I feel this Lenten season is for us to prepare ourselves for the death and resurrection. The Passion Week is the main week in the church. And this Lenten season, this fasting is there to prepare ourselves. This prayer, so somebody may fast. Somebody may say, I will do my work well. Somebody may say, I will pray well. Somebody may say, I may not use any bad words during this time. I may not get angry. Each one may use different ways. Means are different. But the end is, we want to experience this death and resurrection. This death and resurrection, I want to experience in my life. So that's why many of them will say, Passion of Christ, strengthen us. Strengthen us. So we want to experience this passion. And we are opening ourselves, giving ourselves, leaving the people aside, treating them well, leaving our own egos aside, and trying to experience this passion. That is what I feel we are trying in this week. So as we go around these 40 days, we are trying our best. But by the end of the 40th day, say 40th, just before the Holy Week, we realize even our best efforts does not help us to experience this. We do our best, yet we require graces from God. We require grace. That's why we have this grace Navina. Asking the Lord, Lord, give us, open our hearts, so that we can experience this passion and death. So we may try to do a lot of good things at this time. That is not important. What is important is to have a deep experience of what this Jesus has done to us. In the Catholic religion, in our religion, it's a very unique. We will not have a God who becomes human, who becomes human fully, who empties himself. He's like naked. Sometimes we put a cloth over there. He's naked just to love us. This is what we are called to experience during this time. And that's why I feel this Lenten season, we are called to fast, as the gospel of today. It's Friday also. Many of you all must have fasted, at least a meal, so that we can open ourselves, so that we can experience, so that this passion of Christ strengthens us. In our day-to-day life, we experience, a lot of people will experience loneliness. Sometimes they will experience rejection. Sometimes they will experience loss of people in their lives. Sometimes they have been betrayed or rejected. Sometimes there is financial problems. Sometimes there are health issues. So there are different things that people experience. And sometimes it may be because of their own, or it may be because of somebody else. But during this time, the normal tendency is to withdraw, is to hide ourselves. Say, let us distance ourselves. But if you look at Jesus in the Gospel of John, he says, I will take the initiative. He tells the people who come to kill him, he tells them, whom are you searching for? The person, who Peter cuts his ear, he heals his ear. Even in the difficult moment, he does not hide himself. He takes the courage and he heals people. He questions Pilate. He tells him, why did you beat me? If you did, what wrong have I done? He questions. He does not get frightened. He takes the courage as the theme of today's. In the difficult moments, he's ready to share his mother. He's ready to share his mother. He's ready to take his cross. He does not hide himself. And at the end of when he's about to die, in the Gospel of John, there are two things he says. He says, I thirst. I thirst always to do what is God's will in my life, not to do my will. And then he says, it is accomplished. That God's presence is not only in the happy moments of our life, it is even in the difficult moments of our life. I feel this is the passion, death, and resurrection that we are called to come. And this resurrection teaches us, like the disciples are there over there, they are frightened. Who will roll the tomb? Who will roll the stone of the tomb? But when they go over there, the stone is already rolled. Many problems in our life are solved by God, only if we trust in the Lord. So I feel this is a time for us to experience this death and resurrection. And this death and resurrection gives us the courage to move ahead. In the life of Saint Francis Xavier, he did a 30-year retreat with Saint Ignatius of Loyola. And during this time, the third week is the Passion Week. It is during this time he strengthened himself. That's why when he came, at times he may have been hungry. At times there were storms. At times he did not know the languages. At times when they called him, he said, I will not stay in the palaces. I will stay in hospices. He moved around because he had the strength and courage to move ahead. Because he had experienced the love of God in the passion of Jesus and the resurrection. I feel today is a beautiful day for us to ask the Lord, Lord, help us to open our hearts so that during these days, we too may experience the passion and death of Jesus. That we may not run away from this suffering Jesus, and that we may experience him, and this Jesus may give us the strength as he gave to our brother Saint Francis Xavier. Amen.